All right, we're going to get live here soon. It's going to be the conference tournament final between Louisville and Notre Dame. Just going to get this broadcast out, let everyone know we're going to get started shortly. All right, let's see who's going to join from the league. We're also going to do the Selection Sunday. It's going to be a different episode that'll happen today, but we'll drop off and then do that right afterwards. Okay, so we're getting the broadcast out now. Let's hit all the channels. All right, and online leagues. Okay, so not sure how big the audience will be for this one, but we'll get started in one moment. Okay, so as you can see with the title graphic there, this is that final, and then now we're going to get it started. The league leading stats are on the ticker on the bottom. So with that in mind, we're going to get going here. Now we're going to do this Louisville Notre Dame matchup. And these other ones, I think they might simulate right now. The outcomes might come through, but we're going to do this first. And there are results there. And if anyone has a quick eye, they may have just seen that. Okay, but we're going to get at it now. So we got Howard Barr, the freshman diaper dandy, got Louisville at the number 2 rank, going up against more of a balanced team this year from Notre Dame. Some transfers. Charlie Smith seems to be their big, new, young, good player. And Louisville has to be favored in this one. So with that in mind, we're going to just ensure that we have our options set. Auto sub, halftime report. And we want to make sure the game speeds as fast as possible. And with that, we are now underway in this one. I think it's going to be a busy time, maybe for some, but you got the ACC Championship Tournament court there in Charlotte. And this is Thanksgiving weekend in America, real time this time of year. Almost kicking off tomorrow, so everyone's kind of busy getting around. But this is a good one. Big Ev, welcome. Again, we're going to show this final. We're going to save, and then we're going to drop off, and we're going to restart our Selection Sunday show. So stay tuned. We want to make sure we get this broadcast out. So this is going to be a good matchup. I think these teams, they're pretty much are rivals each season. Dominance of the ACC is usually between one of these two. Dame has the lead here, putting up a lot of shots, A lot of volume at the moment. Yeah, Breeze, welcome to the chat. Oh, it's good to see you around. Yeah, Zach Edney. He's one giant player. Having a nice Maui Invitational tournament as well in real life the last couple of days. Yeah, the thing is, a lot of people don't think Edney, unless he loses weight, can actually play. He's a tall player, but he might not be fast enough. Wemby is doesn't even play center. They got Zach Collins playing center in San Antonio, so that Wemby can be a little bit more lanky, a bit more like KD. Because once you're kind of got too much muscle, too much weight, then you're like Nurkic, right, in Phoenix, and then you basically, they want the lanky player like Wemby to be moving around. Yeah, Zach Edey is, he's kind of just a little bit too heavy. He lost 10 pounds, so he's trying to lose weight. He knows he's going to translate pros, so they're working on him, but he's not like Swift or dynamic. He's a big dude, but he's still bullying people in the post, so that's part of his game, and Purdue loves that at the moment. There's also another giant guy, similar body mass, Hunter Dickinson, who left Michigan to go to Kansas, playing there now. He's over 7 feet. These guys, unfortunately, they don't really get drafted that high, and then they kind of have a tough time running around, but Edey's pretty good. But with that in mind, we're getting back to this game. Notre Dame up 6 on cards is Louisville team. Notre Dame run by Agalia. These guys, they're not in the chat at the moment, but they do want bragging rights for this one. Bobines. That's a good way to put it. Maybe there's some scouting to be done here for Kev. He's got a couple teams that are on the cusp of storied seasons, but now you can get a little hint of the strategy being run by these two potential championship contenders. Yeah, Taco Fall. He's just a little bit too, I don't know. It's like really slow movement. It's kind of like watching like a robot, like one of those, the new AI robots where they serve you food. It's just kind of slow movements. But, I think Edey is definitely going to start shredding a lot more weight soon. They try to do that with, like, Edey's really big, but there's room for guys who you can kind of slim down. I remember they put on a lot of weight on Valanciunas in the Raptors, and then they had to drop his weight, and his career has been pretty good since. But selfishly trying to bulk him up, which wasn't really good for him in the long term. All right, so Dame right now has a nice 11-point lead. Howard Barr is on the bench. Howie. Agalia comes at a probably shouldn't have shown up because now you could jinx your team with this lead. Yeah, I guess the Dame D is pretty good, Bill. So far, so good. Clamping down on Louisville. But the thing is, I don't know. I'm a couple of superstitions from my side. I would rather have a loss or come in maybe with a loss. You come in winning your conference tournament, you kind of didn't get it out of the way and you don't have the momentum swinging back. So you're very much at risk, I would imagine, of the simulation trying to, I don't know, create some sort of anomaly where you might lose, break that streak. It should be rare. But obviously there's amazing teams and strategies that are overcome. And, you see that in this game. So Dame's done it and Texas Tech's done it. But, secondly, as well as I don't near mess with my my strategies going in. We're seeing Grant do some of that stuff with Texas and all that. I think Agalia and I are old school. We've been in leagues long enough to know weird things happen when you start just adjusting at certain moments, as if there's some calculation that has to do with chemistry or getting used to running the plays or effectively or what. But it should be a coaching simulator where you should be able to strategically adjust. But hell no, I don't care how someone plays. I don't touch crap. I don't touch anything. So, especially if they gotten used to it after 30 plus games. So there's a bit of an ad right now, but we're still in the first half. 13-point lead with Dame. I believe everyone suffers from the ad, so you got to hang in there for that. So I don't know. It's an ad break now. I'm not sure who heard my rant, but so it's just right now we're going through an ad break, so just saving my breath for a sec. And with everyone back, welcome back. Howard Barr starting to kind of heat up a bit. He has 14 points now. He needs to be the one to kind of own this game. Louisville down 10. And so the conversation's going back to messing with strategy. And I just can't jinx it or fathom trying something new so late. So interestingly enough, the logo on the ACC Championship logo up there, it can't be a PNG image. That must have been custom made. But then what that looks like is the font with the italic. And then, so therefore Gary made that. But I guess the original non-branded part of the game has, I don't know what he called those conferences. But he must have styled their logo a bit. All right, we're at the half. 39-30, 9-point lead. Dame has got a chance here. Louisville's got to make a run in the second half if things are going to change. And the inbound's coming in, and it's going to be Notre Dame with the ball first. Yeah, I mean, like, it's awful to actually see the change, and then you're watching it in the Final Four, and then you see the way the game plays out, and being like, oh no. Howard Barr hitting some deep ones, but a quick shut up from John Sullivan. So it's under 10 points right now. And if you're wondering what the hell you're watching, this is the CBGM. I'm going to post our website again. And where my dog's at. Nothing like the neighbor's dogs. 3-point game now. So that 9-point lead at the half is almost gone. Bar's up to 20 points. So this game's getting tight. Yeah, the thing with zone, I mean, some people train for it. I mean, then they have pretty good zone busting ratings and such. And that's a big shot from Charlie Smith, their best player, the young guy. He's almost got a double-double. And the lead has grown again. So trying to fight off this comeback in the ACC final. This has big implications for brackets. So a Notre Dame win here, you can see them take a number 1 rank, number 1 seed, take a little bit of an easier path, maybe avoid some teams. Louisville, you'd imagine they'd probably still get one. ACC is a bit like the SEC in the college football real life world, where in our league there's just a lot of good teams. You'd imagine 2 of them would take 2 number 1 positions. But the game's getting tight. 4-point game. Well, that's Agilia. That's Cards' dream. If he gets a chance to see you get upset in one of those, he'll never shut up. He's been relatively quiet for winning the championship last year, though. Like, I figure there could be a lot more bragging going on, but yeah, we'll see what happens. The most recent game has really kind of changed the fight for top recruits, and we're seeing UConn, other teams kind of get right up in there, representing the top of the Big East. The fight for the best players. I mean, Jamie Stewart not being in the ACC is quite a thing as well. So, and what a monster season Jamie Stewart's having. It's like 20. If you look at the stats below, look at him there: 13, almost 14 rebounds a game to go with 27 points. And right now we got a close one, though. Again, it's a 3-point lead for Dame. Howard Barr grabs the board. He's got 8 rebounds. Pretty good for a guard. Howard, don't call me Howie, or I'll let Cards decide. All right, the triangle is being run here, man-to-man D from Dame. And a turnover. Big shot there. 3-point game. Kev, what if your teams go head to head? UConn Mini in the final. This is like the storied year for Mini. Who are you going to cheer for? Breaking the ice with UConn or the tougher path with the #1 recruit overall in that story? Must be tough considering, you waited long enough with UConn as well. And Louisville has the lead now. And Barr's on the bench, so Dame needs to kind of grab a hold of the game. Oh, they're also riding. There are benches out there now as well. That 10-minute mark seems to be a lot of the bench time going on. Now, that D. Watkins name looks so familiar. I think I must have gone in hard after him in transfer portal. And Cards just ends up just taking a few guys, no matter what, with that prestige. And Dame takes the lead again. So that bench play is going well for Dame. They need that. Barr's going to come out again. This is a close one. We're under 10 minutes. Well, Big Ten and Big East should get representation for 1-1. I mean, without a loss, hard to fathom who the committee would actually do that with. So we'll see that in a little bit when I go and do that selection Sunday. Jeff Iverson. This is a dangerous time. Barr's going to come back out. Louisville's kind of taking the lead back. And big time play here from the bench. So right now, it's a 6-point lead. Dame is kind of giving themselves a chance. His Barr comes back in with 25 points. And right now, Dame's opening it up. So this definitely will help their ranking. All right, 7-point lead. So right now, Dame's got 3 minutes to hang on to the 7-point lead. And it might be enough. It might be enough. But I don't, maybe I jinx it by saying that. Barr's got to get some points here now. 9-point game. He missed that shot. A 9-footer. You know what? I don't know if you guys play this game much or what, but can you explain to me how somehow the faces of Louisville, some of the player faces are there, and then some of the player faces are not. Thoughts? Is that the starters or the best players or something? I've never noticed the faces, first of all. That's all right. I think there needs to be some proportion then between centers and guards on the height of these stick guys. I don't know. It's weird to me. They look like the basic faces. But I'm confused. So Dame's going to do it. Congrats to Notre Dame. That's going to help this tourney committee selection choices. And Cards is going to lose. Congrats, Agalia. So as soon as this game ends, I'm dropping this stream. I'll be back up in like 10 minutes. I have to change to say it's Selection Sunday and get that all set up. So what happened here? Dame won. Now let's show you guys the scores. So that's an 11-point drubbing in the ACC final. And here are the other results. Top ranked games that should have shown up. Go back up one. And here you go. UConn won the Big East. I think Aggo owns K-State. Graham wins, beats Zona AI, and that's a wrap. So I'm going to save here before I go to the selection show, and I'm going to drop, and I'll see you guys in 5 minutes.